olives, quinces, and if you feel like number one. Bleach was an anime that was once considered a part of the big three of anime, with Naruto and One Piece. It would come back after a 10-year hiatus back in fall of 2022. Should have been sooner, but I'm just saying. Bleach is arguably one of the top 10 famous shonen anime that's come on the last 40 years, and for some reason the anime had ended abruptly before the last arc, Thousand Year Blood War, had started. And after seeing that invasion in the first couple episodes, I can tell you there was definitely a lot of blood. The Thousand Year Blood War came back and really got Bleach back in the limelight after the manga had ended about 6 or 7 years ago. In this video, I will discuss an interesting topic, and I hope you like it. As you can see by the title, I assume you're a fan of Bleach, and if you're watching this video, please like and subscribe. It's not like my livelihood depends on it. If you're a fan out of Bleach, let's go over this little ice user, Hitsugaya. Shout out to the Short Kings. Hitsugaya is Captain 10 of the 13 Court Guards. The captain being the highest order a Soul Reaper can reach in the Soul Society, as stated by the anime, and also stated by the anime. He is a prodigy born once every 1,000 years. This becomes very apparent in the anime. He is a captain only a teenager, when most peers his age are either at the academy or on squads, and at best they are lieutenants themselves, the level below captains. Take Momo for example. A friend his age that is a lieutenant, but if you ask Momo, he's a guy that's kind of a backstab of a friend. Sorry, just had to say it. The fact that the other captains at least are in their mid to late 20s just shows you how uncommon that person hits a guy's age is to be a captain. To my knowledge, and this may change, but there's not been another teenage captain in Bleach, and if there was, it's been a very long time. Now let's talk about the head captain, Yamamoto, RIP, a legend. The man, the myth, the demon, the barbecuer. Like, this man literally took the best thugs around the Soul Society and got them to work for him and obey him. This man literally had Unohana go from being the happiest Bertra to Miss Bedside Manners, which I'm not gonna lie, after seeing her past story, I kinda see why all the captains were scared of her. In his own words, there hasn't been a Soul Reaper strong enough to beat him in the last 1,000 years, and he makes you believe that every time this monster fights, and I did not get that word wrong, he's a monster, he ain't human, frying up people like they're chicken, telling all his opponents that they're kids, and not just his opponents. He literally told the two of the strongest captains, Shunsei and Utakage, you two are children, and I'm about to whoop your ass, as he was about to 2v1 them. And you can tell these captains were about to lose just by how their face looked. So why Hitsugaya? Why do I believe you could get there? Why do I believe you could be the next Yamamoto of the series? The first reason, to mention my earlier statement again, is you have to take into account his prodigy history. Captain Hitsugaya as a teenager, and arguably at least in the middle of the captain hierarchy when it comes to strength. We haven't seen another teenage captain again mentioned throughout Bleach. The second youngest captain, I believe, was Aizen, and Aizen's a genius in his own right. I mean, he's still second to Kisuke. After all, he couldn't make the Hogyuku. And what can I say? Aizen is so strong that the genius himself, Kisuke, couldn't kill him. Like, even he was like, damn, at best I can hope I can seal you after you take this powerful tech from Ichigo. Like, damn. And hope it works. Another reason why I believe Hitsugaya can become the next Yamamoto is because we have not seen the full power of his Bankai yet. He's a captain without a fully developed Bankai. Just let that sink in for a moment. The only person that's probably comparable to him is Kenpachi, who himself just literally doesn't have a Bankai, but he can use his spiritual pressure at any moment to become captain level. And as the anime has shown you, there's probably some more that we haven't seen about Kenpachi yet. And to be honest, I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know if Kenpachi's human himself. He might be from the same breed Yamamoto is from. Right now, when Hitsugaya goes into his Bankai, he has three little star things that limit his Bankai. They pretty much work as timers. and they pretty much look like three little purple shrinkins or lily pads. It is possible in the future we could see his Bankai take on different forms like Yamamoto. Yamamoto, before he got chopped up by Yurok like tomatoes, had a Bankai with four forms in the four directions: north, east, south, and west. It's possible, and that this may be a reach, but maybe each of those purple shurikens could be the different forms of Hitsugai's Bankai in the future, once he matures and controls his Bankai. For example, we saw the potential of this happen against Harabelle, Miss Queen Underboob, and Yuwat's Dungeon Liver. In this fight, Hitsugaya changed the weather to make it snow against Hallibell. The snow could freeze anything it touched and seemed pretty endless. For example, maybe his future forms could be the four seasons, with his Bankai being the first season, and the other three Shurinkens being in the other three seasons, ending on his final form, possibly winter, because he is a snow and ice Bankai after all. Yamamoto had the four directions, which would go well because four forms for Hitsugaya, four forms for Yamamoto. Maybe one of his forms, he can summon infinite dragons, as he can summon a dragon with his Zanpato when it's in his Shikai mode. Another form could be an extension of something that happened. In his fight with Bleach Halle Berry, Miss Hallibell, Hitsugaya had made a fake clone of himself in his Bankai form, which seemed to move and act just like him fine. It looks like the opponent was able to tell the difference either. Maybe one of his Bankai forms is that he creates clones of himself, similar to when Yamamoto summons zombies, his own personal army. Who knows, in a 1,000-year blood war, his Bankai might take on different forms. And if one of my theories is correct, hey man, I'm just going to call it now. The last reason why I think Hitsugo might be the next head captain, is that him and Yamamoto are the only elemental Bankais in Bleach to my knowledge at this moment. There is no Earth ones, and I do not include Captain 69, Mr. Takashi himself with the tattoo, Kinsei, as a Wind Bankai. He cannot create tornadoes or control the wind at a moment's notice. It's more like he has a Bankai that lets him cut through stuff, and it's more just the wind he uses to cut through stuff, to slice through objects. So at this moment, the only elemental Bankais in my knowledge would be Hitsugaya and Yamamoto's. And Hitsugaya being an ice Bankai and Yamamoto being a fire Bankai, it just makes sense that Hitsugaya should be the next one. So fire and ice are just completely opposite ends of the elemental chart. So this is my video, and thank you for taking time out of your day to watch it. And remember, if you want to see some action, gotta be the center of attraction. And thank you.